Hi there curry fans, welcome back to the channel. This week we're talking chicken tikka masala, but as the chalkboard says, for grown-ups. What do I mean by that? Well, chicken tikka masala is often one of those curries that if you're trying to get your kids into curry, or you're introducing a friend to the wonderful world of curry and you want to get them into it, you might sort of ease them in with a curry like chicken tikka masala because it's absolutely delicious. It's lovely, it's creamy, it's flavorful, and obviously we're talking about the BIR style of chicken tikka masala today. It is a firm favorite here in the UK, but I think this is an amazing dish and very tasty, and with a few little tweaks we can take this from an entry-level curry, if you like, to something that's got a little bit more punch to it, a little bit more spice, and a little bit more going on. So without a further ado, let's have a look at what we've got ingredients-wise. So we've got some chicken tikka pre-cooked. I'll share a video card at the end of this video for a quick and easy recipe for chicken tikka pre-cooked. We've got some fresh green chilies. We're going to use 2 roughly chopped. This will add a bit of punch, a bit of sharpness to our chicken tikka masala. We've got some brown demerara sugar. We've got a tablespoon amount. We've got some mixed garlic and ginger paste, 50-50. We're going to use a tablespoon amount of that. We've got some fresh coriander, which we're going to use just to garnish. We've got a heaped tablespoon of ground almonds. We've got a chef's spoon amount, 30-gram chef's spoon amount of coconut flour. We've got some tomato puree watered down with a little bit of water. We'll use about a tablespoon amount. And then for powdered spices, we're going to use some of this red Kashmiri chili powder. Now don't use the extra hot stuff because it won't work. We're going to use a teaspoon amount of that. And then at the end of the curry, to lift it and give some complexity to it, we're going to add half a teaspoon of freshly ground garam masala. We've got some methi leaves. We're going to add a few of those to our oil to temper, along with 3 green cardamom, just split with the seeds exposed, just to add some nice flavour into the oil. We've got some base gravy, obviously, because this is a BIR style curry. Again, I've got a recipe for, a quick and easy recipe for base gravy. I'll post a link underneath the video too for you guys. And then we've got the all-important magic sauce, or tikka masala sauce. This is a recipe. I've got a recipe for this on the channel. Again, I'll post a link for that underneath the video, but it's discussed in my ebook. The all-important magic sauce goes into a lot of different curries, this, and adds a real nice flavour, makes the chicken tikka masala. And then we've got some single cream. We'll add a little bit of that at the end, and we've got a little bit of salt and some vegetable oil. So let's put all this lot together. Always important to get your pan nice and hot before you start cooking. And to that pan, we're going to add just 1 chef's spoon of plain vegetable oil. We're going to take our 3 green cardamom, and we're just going to split the husks just very slightly. This is just going to expose the seeds so that we get the flavour of the cardamom into this curry. It really does work well with chicken tikka masala. Often the restaurant style ones and the takeaway style ones don't really use many whole spices, but I think again just lifts up our BIR style curry. Okay, so they're in there. And then we're just going to take a good pinch of our methi leaves and just give them a little bit of a scrunch in your fingers just to release those oils as we drop them into the pan. You can see just starting to sizzle away there. That's looking good. So now we're going to add in our tablespoon of garlic and ginger paste. So just cooking out the rawness of that. That's good. And then about half a chef's spoon of tomato paste. And then we add a heaped teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. We just cook that out. Now, the next thing to do is add in our green chilies. We don't need to cook these very much. We just, again, just take off the rawness a little bit off the green chilies. That's starting to smell really good. And then in with our base gravy. So as we're making one portion, we're just going to go in with 2 ladles. If you want to make a bigger amount, then you can just multiply the ingredients. You don't always have to double up with spices, but certainly obviously with the base gravy and other ingredients you would. So I want to get this base gravy boiling away before we add in the coconut flour and the almonds. Otherwise it just won't dissolve, so we want to get this really boiling away. That's brilliant. So now we're going to add in our almond powder, our coconut powder, and our sugar. This is one of those recipes you need to cook with heat, especially to dissolve those almonds and the coconut into the curry. If you don't cook with enough heat, it will be grainy in the mouth, so that's just a little tip for you. That's why these boiling rings, inexpensive boiling rings, are just brilliant really, because they enable you to get almost restaurant-like results for very little money in your garden shed or wherever you want to put it. Just bear in mind with these gas rings, it's best to be in a well-ventilated area. I've got my windows, doors open to the shed here, so it's almost like we're outside really. It's a bit just like a sort of summer house, so it's ideal. So I can see that's dissolving really nicely into our curry. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add in our masala sauce, or aka magic sauce, and we're going to use just 1 chef spoon amount of that into our curry. And that's starting to look more like a chicken tikka masala. And then we're going to add in our chicken. This is for 1, so we'll put 8 pieces in. Or you could share it with somebody if you've not got such a big appetite and make this go for 2. It's amazing. Of all the curries that I cook, when I cook this one, which isn't too often to be honest with you, but I do like it, it's one of those that takes me right back to my curry to go days, because that smell is just so familiar with our little takeaway unit that we had, because so many people used to order this curry. So it's a really quick recipe as well. It doesn't take any time at all to cook. This is almost done. Right, all we need to do now is just to add a little bit of salt. Half a teaspoon of salt should do really, just to balance it. Remember, this is it's a sweet curry. So now I'm just going to leave that just to cook for about another 2 minutes. Leave it to just do its thing, just till we see the oil starting to rise to the top. Then we know that our base gravy is cooked, and then we're just going to finish it off essentially with some cream and the fresh coriander and our garam masala, and we'll serve it up and do the taste test. I'll come back in a couple of minutes. So as you can see, if you just take a look in the pan, you can see that the oil is just starting to float on the top of our chicken tikka masala, which tells us that our base gravy is done. So now we can finish this off. We have our garam masala, half a teaspoon. This will really just add a complexity to this chicken tikka masala and make it a whole different type of dish. So just turn that in. You don't need to really cook it, guys. We just need to just sort of turn that in, and the flavors will permeate through our chicken tikka masala. Just cooking on a very low heat now. And then we've got our cream. Not too much cream. One of the mistakes I find that many takeaways and restaurants make is you just overdo the cream and it taints it. Really, you just want to go with a little bit here. I'd say probably about 75 ml should be enough. About that much, that'll do. Then we can put some fresh coriander in. We can always put a little bit more just to decorate when we serve the dish up, just to make it look pretty. But just turn that in. And that is looking absolutely scrumptious. So that is now ready. We'll serve that up in our Balti dish and we'll do the taste test and we'll see if we can describe what this chicken tikka masala for grown-ups tastes like. And there you have it, chicken tikka masala for grown-ups. And this is a very, very tasty curry. I'll do the taste test now and tell you what I think of it. Okay, let's just taste a bit of the sauce first of all. Wow, that's so good. That's so good. It's got that sweet creaminess that so many people love in curries, that sort of sweet creamy flavour. But then I just feel that pop then with the garam masala and then that tikka masala taste which you get from the masala sauce, or the magic sauce as we call it. And many restaurants use this particular recipe. As I say, I'll post a link below this video for you to go and check that recipe out. But as I say, I discuss it in my ebook. But yeah, it's got that lovely creamy sweet, the hit of the garam masala, and then that background sharpness of the chili. It just takes this to the grown-up sort of level of curry, really. Makes it really nice. Now let's just taste a little bit of this chicken meat that we've pre-cooked, the chicken tikka. Break a little bit off. Wow, what a difference when you tikka the meat and cook it the way that I show you in the video. I'll post at the end a card too. It's got so much more going on. And chicken tikka masala is one of our great British exports. It's exported all over the world, to the United States and Canada and Australia and even India. I've had Indian chefs from India contact me about this recipe because they've heard about it. It's a great British invention of the British Indian restaurant and takeaway scene. So if you've not tried this recipe yet, then you've got to try it because it's one of the curry house favorites. So thanks for tuning in. If you're new to this channel, then please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell notification button, because when you do that, you get alerted then as I make new videos. If you're a regular visitor and you've come back, then thank you very much. I appreciate your visiting the channel. Don't forget to give me a like. That really helps the video to get found in YouTube's algorithm. So until next time, as always, happy currying.